Hello everyone. Welcome back to Agriculture Insight. For those who live a healthy lifestyle, a hamburger can destroy all weight loss goals in a single bite. But for the rest of the world, it's not just a fast food. It's the golden symbol of the global food industry, building a massive empire. Every year, over 150 billion burgers are produced worldwide, enough to stack higher than Mount Everest. So how do they manage to make such an enormous number of burgers? Behind it all is a state-of-the-art production line, where machines work in perfect harmony like a symphony, turning fresh ingredients into a fully assembled burger in the blink of an eye. Today, Agriculture Insight will take you on a journey to uncover the secrets behind the industry that has captured the hearts of food lovers all around the globe. More than just a quick bite, the hamburger has become a global icon of modern life. No visa required, yet it shows up proudly in every country on the map. In the US, not only the birthplace of the burger, it's also the main stage where burger giants rose to fame. Among them, McDonald's, the golden giant, has sold over 300 billion hamburgers since its founding. Behind every perfectly crafted burger is an army of high-tech machines running around the clock. Automated production lines handle every detail with precision, fine-tuned to near perfection. Don't be fooled by its simple appearance. The bun is the gateway that determines just how delicious a burger can be. The journey begins in massive mixers, where flour, yeast, water, sugar, salt, butter, and eggs come together. The paddles spin in rhythm, slow to blend the ingredients, fast to awaken the gluten, the secret behind a perfectly elastic crust. The dough is kneaded and stretched like a workout routine until smooth and ready for fermentation, the moment it begins to breathe and rise, promising a flavorful experience ahead. After mixing, the dough is placed in large trays and moved to a proofing chamber. The system automatically maintains 30 to 35 degrees Celsius and 70% humidity, creating ideal conditions for the yeast. After 1 to 2 hours, the dough rises evenly, reaching the perfect, airy texture for the buns. After the fermentation process is complete, the dough is transferred to an automatic cutter, which divides it into equal portions with high precision. These portions are then moved to a rounding machine that shapes them into smooth, uniform balls, ensuring consistent texture without large air pockets. Next, the dough balls are placed into specialized molding trays, each designed to create evenly shaped bun bases and domes. A thin layer of water is gently sprayed onto the surface to retain moisture and prepare for the seeding stage. Finally, an automatic seeding machine delicately sprinkles seeds onto each dough ball, enhancing the flavor and giving the buns their signature burger look. The fully shaped dough balls continue their journey through a modern conveyor oven, where the temperature is precisely controlled by smart sensors and convection technology. Within 10 to 15 minutes, at a steady 200 degrees Celsius, the buns gradually turn golden brown, releasing an irresistible aroma. The crust becomes lightly crisp, while the inside stays soft and airy, fluffy like clouds. Immediately afterward, the buns pass through a high-pressure cooling chamber, where powerful fans blow from multiple directions. This essential step locks in the perfect texture, crisp on the outside, tender on the inside, ready to become the foundation of a flawless burger. Once cooled, the buns are neatly sliced in half by an automatic cutter, ready for the packaging stage. The bun halves are placed on a conveyor belt, arranged precisely, and sealed using an airtight packaging system, preserving freshness and flavor at their best until they reach the consumer. The meat filling, the essential heart of the burger, undergoes a closed process that begins with the careful selection of ingredients. Fresh beef cuts are rigorously inspected before being sliced to the perfect size, ready for the next step. Each slice of meat then gently moves along the conveyor belt into the hopper of a high-capacity meat grinder. Inside, a series of sharp steel blades spin at high speeds, grinding the meat into a smooth, even mixture with the ideal texture for creating the perfect patty. Once the meat mixture reaches the ideal smoothness and is evenly seasoned, it is transferred to the patty-forming machine. This highly precise machine shapes each portion of meat into a perfectly round patty with consistent thickness and texture. Inside, a pneumatic system presses each portion with just the right amount of force, creating firm, compact patties that won't crack or fall apart during cooking. But it doesn't stop there. The machine is also equipped with ultra-sensitive weight sensors to ensure that every patty has the exact same size and weight, as if cast from a mold. This guarantees uniformity across the entire batch, an essential requirement in large-scale industrial production. Right after being formed, the patties enter a rapid chilling stage, where powerful cold air is blown directly onto their surface, quickly bringing down the temperature in a flash. This cooling process not only preserves freshness, but also helps maintain the patty's perfect structure. Once they reach the ideal state, these patties are ready to be combined with other ingredients to create a well-balanced, perfectly crafted hamburger, flawless from the inside out. In the cheddar cheese production plant, where this rich, creamy ingredient becomes the signature topping of a burger, fresh cow's milk is first pasteurized, then fermented and coagulated into curds. These curds are cut, cooked, and stirred to separate the whey, followed by the cheddaring process, stacking, pressing, and flipping repeatedly to achieve the desired elasticity and texture. After being salted, the cheese is molded and aged under controlled temperature and timing. Once it reaches peak maturity, it's precisely sliced into thin, uniform pieces, perfectly sized to melt over a hot patty. Finally, each slice of cheddar is packaged, labeled, and shipped out, ready to melt into crispy, savory burgers that awaken every sense. When a burger needs a surprising kick, pickles deliver that crisp, tangy punch that awakens every flavor. The cucumbers are thoroughly washed, then either sliced or left whole depending on the type, before being soaked in a brine of vinegar, salt, sugar, and spices like dill, garlic, and black pepper. This mixture is pumped into large stainless steel vats, where fermentation or pickling takes place over several days to weeks, depending on the desired flavor profile. Once the pickles reach their ideal crunch and bright acidity, they move onto the packaging line, either jarred or vacuum sealed, ready to pair with rich cheddar cheese in a mesmerizing burger combination. Creamy, savory, and cut through with that sharp, juicy bite, a symphony of flavors no one can resist. When a burger needs a burst of color and flavor, carefully selected ripe red tomatoes take the spotlight. After being thoroughly washed and having their stems removed, each tomato is sliced into thick, even rounds, preserving their juicy, crisp texture. These vibrant red slices don't just enhance the burger's visual appeal, they also add a naturally sweet and tangy flavor that balances the richness of the meat and cheese. The fresh acidity of the tomato brightens every bite, making the burger not only complete, but truly unforgettable. The burger gets a fresh boost from crisp green lettuce. Carefully selected, it's washed, soaked in salt water, and drained. Only the tender, crunchy leaves are kept and neatly layered to create a perfect base that balances the burger's flavor. Next, the onions are carefully prepared. Fresh, high-quality onions are peeled, cleaned, and then sliced into thin, even rings. These thin, glossy onion slices are an essential element, adding a mild, crisp spiciness and enhancing the overall blend of flavors in the burger. Once all the ingredients are carefully prepared, the perfect burger begins to take shape, each layer stacked with precision. It starts with a slice of golden toasted bun spread with a layer of special sauce. Next come the toppings: a crisp layer of fresh lettuce, juicy slices of ripe tomato, a perfectly grilled beef patty, melted cheddar cheese, and finally, thinly sliced onions to enhance the flavor. Everything is wrapped between soft burger buns, forming a complete and satisfying burger, often served with crispy fries, a cold soda, or a fresh salad to round out the meal. Have you ever wondered why French fries are the perfect companion to every burger? Let's explore not only the fantastic combination between them, but also the process of making French fries, an essential part of American fast food culture. First, the potatoes are placed into a primary washing tank, where strong water jets dislodge most of the dirt, sand, and debris clinging to the surface. Next, the potatoes move into a high-pressure spray system for more thorough cleaning. In this stage, water nozzles are positioned at various angles to ensure each potato is cleaned evenly, including hard-to-reach crevices. Finally, the potatoes are rinsed with clean water before moving on to the peeling and cutting stages. Throughout the washing process, the water is typically filtered and recirculated to conserve resources and prevent any contaminants from reattaching to the potatoes. Effective washing not only removes surface impurities, but also reduces the risk of bacterial contamination, improving the overall quality and safety of the final fried potato products. After being thoroughly washed, the potatoes move on to the peeling and cutting stage, an essential step to create uniform shapes and prepare them for efficient frying. Depending on the type of product, the potatoes are peeled either using abrasive rollers or automatic blades. The abrasive method involves a rotating drum with a rough surface that gently scrapes off the outer skin, while the blade method uses automated knives to peel quickly and precisely, ideal for larger potatoes or when maintaining a specific shape is important. Some factories may skip the peeling step entirely if the product is designed to retain the skin for added natural flavor and crispiness. Once peeled, the potatoes are fed into industrial cutting machines equipped with sharp blades that slice them into specific shapes, such as long fries, thin slices, or crinkle cuts, depending on product design. These machines are calibrated to ensure every piece has a consistent size and shape, allowing for even and efficient frying. Next, the potatoes are passed through a blanching system using hot water or steam at temperatures ranging from 80 to 85 degrees for about 2 to 5 minutes, depending on the thickness of the potato pieces. This blanching stage not only gently softens the potatoes, but also inactivates enzymes that could cause changes in color and flavor during storage. Additionally, it enhances the structural integrity of the potatoes, helping them maintain their shape during frying. After blanching and cooling, the potatoes move on to the pre-frying stage, a crucial step that sets the foundation for the crispiness and distinctive color of the fries. In this process, the potatoes are placed into an industrial fryer filled with hot vegetable oil at temperatures ranging from 170 to 180 degrees Celsius for approximately 30 to 90 seconds. The goal is to create a thin outer crust to maintain the structure and reduce oil absorption during subsequent frying, while keeping the inside soft. The frying system is tightly controlled for temperature and time to ensure uniform color, prevent burning, and achieve consistent flavor. After pre-frying, the potatoes are quickly cooled using cold air or water to stop the cooking process. Then, they are rapidly frozen to freeze each piece separately, preventing them from sticking together while preserving their texture, flavor, and extending shelf life. Once the potatoes are frozen, they will be packaged in specialized packaging to protect their quality, with clear product information and expiration dates. Following packaging, the potatoes will be stored in a cold storage facility until distribution, ensuring that their crispiness and quality are maintained when delivered to fast food chains. After being packaged and delivered to fast food restaurants, the fries are then refried in hot oil, creating a perfectly crispy outer layer and a fresh, delicious flavor when served. From the meticulous process of preparing the fries to the special recipe of each burger, the harmony between them is not just a meal, but an unforgettable culinary experience. When you indulge, you not only savor the perfection of each crispy fry, but also immerse yourself in the rich flavors of the burger, creating an inseparable combination.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to Agriculture Insight. Did you know that over 3 billion kebabs are sold worldwide every year? Nicknamed the king of street food, kebabs have conquered the hearts of millions of food enthusiasts with their sizzling, juicy grilled meat, seasoned to perfection and infused deeply with delicious flavors. But have you ever wondered how a perfect kebab skewer is made? Each slice of meat is carefully marinated and roasted slowly on rotating spits with absolute precision. Today, Agriculture Insight will take you on a journey behind the creation of these legendary kebabs, uncovering exactly what makes this dish so irresistibly appealing. So, what are we waiting for? Let's dive right in. And now, let's step inside the modern kebab production factories, where advanced technology and streamlined processes come together to create those iconic golden, mouth-watering towers of kebab meat, ready to serve millions of meals daily across the globe. Once beef, chicken, or pork arrives at the factory, it immediately enters the preparation area. Here, workers meticulously trim and clean the meat, removing excess fat, skin, tendons, and impurities, ensuring only the highest quality lean meat remains. For beef kebabs, large slabs of meat are placed into automatic slicers, which expertly slice them into thin, uniform pieces of a precise standard thickness. This allows the meat to absorb seasoning evenly and ensures it cooks thoroughly, creating a deliciously crispy outer layer while keeping the inside juicy and tender. Meanwhile, for mixed meat kebabs, chicken and pork are cleaned and then transferred into industrial-grade grinders. These machines blend the meat thoroughly with spices like garlic, salt, pepper, paprika, cumin, and other seasonings, producing a smooth, sticky, paste-like mixture. This meat glue helps hold the kebab firmly together, preventing it from falling apart during cooking. Next, the sliced meat moves to specialized marination equipment. These machines gently mix spices into the meat slices without damaging their structure, carefully controlling temperature throughout the entire process. In addition to essential spices like garlic, onions, paprika, pepper, and salt, each factory has its own secret blend of spices and recipes. After seasoning, the meat is refrigerated and marinated for 8 to 12 hours, allowing the flavors to penetrate deeply while preserving freshness. And now comes the moment we've all been waiting for: the assembly of those famous kebab towers. Starting from the bottom of the metal vertical skewer, skilled workers stack each seasoned slice of meat in a tight spiral formation. With beef or sliced chicken kebabs, each slice is firmly pressed by hand onto the skewer, ensuring the meat stays intact throughout the roasting process. For mixed meat kebabs, workers manually shape and press layers of finely ground meat mixture onto the skewer, creating a compact, seamless, and cohesive meat tower. At certain factories, layers of cheese may even be added in between, creating an irresistible, melted cheese pull effect once cooked. A single large kebab tower can weigh up to 60 kilograms, enough to serve around 250 customers in a single day. Once the kebab tower reaches its desired height and weight, workers carefully shape and smooth the surface, ensuring a perfectly even, firm, and visually appealing cylindrical shape. After final shaping, the meat tower is wrapped in specialized food-grade plastic wrap to prevent contamination and maintain its form. The kebab towers then enter rapid freezing chambers at extremely low temperatures, between -35 degrees Celsius and -40 degrees Celsius, locking in flavor, moisture, and texture. Finally, they're stored in cold storage warehouses maintained at 18 degrees Celsius, ready to be distributed locally or exported internationally. But not all kebab towers are distributed whole and frozen. For ready-to-eat kebab products, the meat towers are roasted right in the factory instead of being frozen. The giant kebab skewers are mounted onto specialized industrial roasting machines, designed to replicate the same slow rotation cooking process you'd see at any kebab shop. The meat slowly rotates around multi-directional heating elements powered by gas or electricity, cooking the meat evenly and consistently. The outer layer gradually turns golden brown, crispy, and aromatic, while the inner meat retains its moisture and rich flavor. The temperature and cooking duration are carefully automated to prevent the meat from drying out or burning, preserving its ideal texture and tenderness. Can you already smell the aroma of freshly roasted kebab filling the air? These steaming hot slices of tender kebab, with their crispy edges and succulent texture, are collected onto trays and swiftly moved to the packaging area, ready to delight hungry customers around the world. Now let's get closer to the ingredients that make up the kebab. At large-scale cattle farms housing thousands of cows, livestock farming today is no longer reliant solely on manual labor. It's been revolutionized by automation and technology. A typical diet for beef cattle primarily includes hay or silage, finely ground corn, and soybean meal or pulp, all ingredients rich in fiber, energy, and protein. This balanced diet helps cattle grow quickly, remain healthy, and produce high-quality meat. To accurately blend these ingredients, modern farms employ automated feed mixers capable of handling tons of feed per hour, ensuring each cow receives a consistent, precisely formulated diet. These powerful mixers chop, mix, and grind ingredients thoroughly, producing a uniform meal for the entire herd. Once mixed, the feed is transferred to automatic feeding machines, robots or specialized vehicles that travel along feeding troughs inside the barn. Gone are the days when dozens of workers had to shovel feed manually. Now, just a few simple commands deliver nutritious, clean, and timely meals to hundreds of cattle at once. It takes at least 18 months for cattle to fully mature and reach the ideal weight for processing. This marks their final journey to meat processing plants. At processing plants, cattle legs are removed and transferred to a separate area. Then, the animals proceed to the skinning stage, where workers manually remove part of the hide. The partially skinned animal is then placed into an automated skinning machine, which gently but swiftly pulls the hide away, revealing the fresh, red meat underneath. The cattle are then moved to evisceration, where skilled workers make careful incisions in the abdomen to remove internal organs. Finally, the carcasses enter a chilling room maintained at 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, rapidly cooling and preserving freshness, preparing them for the next cutting and sorting stages. In modern plants, meat cutting is almost entirely automated. Carcasses pass through advanced 3D scanners and laser sensors that precisely identify optimal cutting locations, maximizing yield of lean meat, fat, and bone. Automated industrial saws then divide the carcasses into large sections such as shoulders, loins, rump, brisket, and ribs. These sections are conveyed to sorting lines where workers inspect and arrange them according to specific processing needs. Among these cuts, the shoulder, thigh, and loin yield the best meat for kebabs: firm, lean, low-fat cuts with excellent texture and deep flavor. When sliced thin and roasted, this meat remains tender, juicy, and aromatic.
Every year, roughly 325 million egg-laying hens strut their stuff across the United States, producing an astonishing 96.9 billion eggs. That's right, billions. If you're ever feeling unproductive, just remember, these hens are working round the clock, with each one laying an average of 296 eggs per year. That's a whole lot of omelets. But it hasn't always been this way. Back in the year 2000, the average hen was laying just 264 eggs annually. So what's changed? Well, it's all thanks to the magic of genetics. Breeders have cleverly optimized hens through breeding programs, making them the egg-laying machines they are today. Gone are the days of underperforming chickens. These girls mean business. Hello everyone. Today we're cracking open the process of raising and harvesting eggs on a modern American farm. The process begins with eggs being transferred from the breeding farms to the incubator, where they are sterilized with an organic mist without the use of formaldehyde to minimize bacteria, demonstrating a commitment to biosecurity. Eggs are transferred electronically from farm trolleys to incubator trolleys before being placed in the incubator, where they develop for 18 days in controlled incubation units with 36 incubators, capable of holding up to 6 million eggs. These units tilt the eggs to maintain uniform and precise temperature, humidity, and carbon dioxide levels. After 18 days, the eggs are embryo tested, where a machine checks the heartbeat to determine whether the eggs are viable or non-viable. Non-viable eggs are discarded to avoid exposure to harmful bacteria. The viable eggs are vaccinated with an approved organic vaccine against common poultry diseases, with a strict policy of not using antibiotics at any stage, which sets them apart from other producers. The incubation system has 2 floors, and when the chicks hatch, they move to the lower basket, where they are provided with nutritionally balanced organic feed and clean water, unlike traditional hatcheries that wait until the chicks arrive at the farm to feed. Chicks begin to hatch about 24 hours after arriving at the hatchery and continue hatching for about 2 full days. The hatching process is precisely controlled using temperature, humidity, carbon dioxide levels, and a state-of-the-art HVAC system to ensure proper fresh air circulation. As the chicks hatch, they move towards openings and drop into a bottom basket, eliminating the need for a mechanical separator used in traditional hatcheries. Fresh water is provided through troughs along the sides, with LED lights attracting the chicks to take their first drink. The chicks quickly find the feed on their own after getting their first drink. After all the chicks are hatched, they are visually inspected by humans, and those that do not survive are treated with a gentle carbon dioxide anesthetic. Healthy chicks are vaccinated against common poultry diseases. The chicks are then transported to the farms in specialized vehicles with precise temperature, lighting, feed, and water control systems, ensuring the best conditions throughout the journey. The egg-laying process begins when the pullets are raised in the breeding facility until they are 18 weeks old, when they are moved to the laying house and begin laying eggs. The houses are now clean and equipped with the necessary equipment to welcome the hens to perform their duties. The outdoor and indoor areas are also carefully fenced to protect the flock from predators. Chickens are fed using an automated feeding system. The main feed for chickens on these farms is corn, soybeans, and mixed feed. The hens are exposed to longer daylight hours or artificial light to stimulate egg laying. The hens do not enter the commercial laying stage until they are 21 weeks old. The peak laying period is from 25 to 39 weeks of age. After that, egg laying gradually decreases until the end of the laying period at around 72 weeks of age. The hens are then removed from the laying system. Millions of eggs are collected weekly without manure and soil thanks to an intelligent conveyor system that operates automatically. Research shows that free-range chickens will lay about 10% more eggs than caged chickens. Organic eggs are often tastier and command a higher price. The eggs are then collected and transported to packing plants. The plants will clean and inspect the shells, yolks, and whites to eliminate poor quality eggs. Next, the eggs are fed into machines to be sorted into different sizes and carefully packaged in cardboard or plastic boxes. The U.S. egg industry produces more than 100 billion eggs each year. More than half of the shell eggs are sold directly to retail stores, and the rest are further processed for food service. The egg industry plays a significant role in the economy, providing jobs, income, and revenue for farmers, processors, distributors, and retailers. In the U.S. alone, the industry contributes billions of dollars annually to the economy. According to recent data, over 80,000 people work in the egg industry, from farm labor to processing and logistics. Egg farms, many of which are family-owned, play a crucial role in supporting rural communities. They provide steady employment and contribute to the local economy by buying feed, equipment, and other necessary supplies. Additionally, the revenue generated from egg production helps fund public services and infrastructure in these areas. Retailers, grocery stores, and supermarkets also benefit from egg sales. As eggs are one of the most commonly purchased grocery items, they attract customers to stores who then buy other products, further boosting the economy. Eggs are a key ingredient in many food products, such as baked goods, pasta, mayonnaise, and sauces. The processed egg market also plays an important role, with liquid eggs, dried egg powder, and frozen egg products being used in various industries, including food service, restaurants, and food manufacturing. All of these sectors depend on eggs, making them an integral part of the wider food production chain. Therefore, eggs also support other industries. Eggs have been a staple food in the human diet for thousands of years, prized for their versatility, nutritional richness, and adaptability in countless recipes. From breakfast tables to baked goods, eggs play a crucial role in cuisines worldwide. Eggs are a nutritional powerhouse, providing a wide array of essential nutrients in a relatively low-calorie package. They offer high-quality protein, healthy fats, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and unique nutrients like choline, which make them an excellent addition to any diet. Whether you're aiming to boost your protein intake, support eye and brain health, or enjoy a satisfying, nutrient-dense food, eggs are one of the most versatile and beneficial foods you can include in your daily meals. Their journey from farm to plate is an intricate process that involves careful breeding, management, and handling, ensuring we receive a high-quality product. It's no surprise that they have become a part of meals all around the world. In fact, many countries have their own special egg dishes. For example, in Mexico, there's huevos rancheros, which features fried eggs with salsa on tortillas. In Japan, there's a sweet omelet called tamagoyaki, often enjoyed with sushi. And in Spain, tortilla española, a potato and egg omelet, is a popular dish. These examples show just how much eggs are loved and used in different cultures. Every year on the second Friday of October, World Egg Day is celebrated around the globe. The day was established by the International Egg Commission in 1996 to raise awareness about the nutritional benefits of eggs and their importance as a food source. On World Egg Day, countries celebrate in various ways, such as hosting cooking competitions, organizing educational campaigns about egg farming, and offering free eggs to communities. It highlights how a humble food like the egg can have a worldwide impact on nutrition and cuisine. Eggs have also found their way into popular culture, symbolizing life, rebirth, and even mystery. One of the most famous representations of eggs in history is the series of Fabergé eggs, luxurious jeweled eggs created for the Russian imperial family in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. These eggs became symbols of wealth, craftsmanship, and artistic beauty, and they are still admired today as masterpieces. In many cultures, eggs are a part of celebrations and traditions. For instance, during Easter, eggs are dyed and decorated as a symbol of new life and resurrection. This practice has been adopted in many countries and has evolved into fun activities like Easter egg hunts, where children search for hidden eggs, often filled with treats. The The future of the egg industry lies in embracing innovation. Researchers and companies are exploring alternative egg production methods, such as lab-grown eggs and plant-based egg substitutes, to meet the needs of an evolving market. These alternatives cater to consumers seeking sustainable, cruelty-free, and allergy-friendly options, indicating that the industry may diversify beyond traditional egg farming. These days, egg farmers feel a responsibility to provide the best possible care to hens and produce safe, wholesome, and affordable eggs. Over time, farms have modified how they house and care for hens and produce eggs, adopting science-based practices as new information and research becomes available. With this spirit of continuous improvement, egg farms have improved the health and productivity of hens, enhanced food safety, and lessened impacts on the environmental while providing a high-quality, affordable egg supply. And that's the exciting journey of eggs and hens. Do you like eggs? Leave your favorite egg dish in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notified when our exciting videos go live. Goodbye. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Can you guess what kind of fruit is ripening in that high-tech greenhouse we just saw? That's right. Those are ripe red tomatoes. Just picture this. 12.4 million tons of tomatoes produced by American farmers. To put that into perspective, it would take about 500,000 shipping containers just to hold all these tomatoes. Unbelievable, right? Today we're heading to California, the real tomato capital of the US. Imagine vast fields stretching out, bright red with ripe, juicy tomatoes. California doesn't just grow tomatoes, it dominates the market, supplying up to 90% of the nation's tomatoes. But that's not all. We're talking about high-tech agriculture. Acres of greenhouses equipped with the latest agricultural technologies, from robots to artificial intelligence, all working to make the planting and harvesting process more efficient than ever. So join me as we explore this exciting journey from farm to factory, learning everything from growing delicious tomatoes in high-tech greenhouses to the harvesting and processing stages in modern facilities. Let's get started. California's Mediterranean climate is ideal for growing tomatoes, as they thrive in warm conditions. Average temperatures ranging from 70 degrees Fahrenheit to 85 degrees Fahrenheit during the spring and summer months promote strong growth from seedling stages to flowering and fruiting. The state's high daytime temperatures and cooler nights not only promote plant growth, but also enhance the quality of the tomatoes, increasing their natural sweetness. The tomato planting season in California typically runs from February to May, with harvesting from late June to October, depending on whether the tomatoes are intended for fresh consumption or processing. Choosing the right seeds is crucial for healthy growth. American farmers often opt for disease-resistant and high-yield varieties. Common greenhouse tomato varieties include those that are heat-tolerant and suitable for indoor conditions. Once selected, seeds are treated to prevent disease and ensure the highest germination rate. Cherry tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, and beefsteak tomatoes are the most commonly grown types in greenhouses. Roma tomatoes are Italian plum varieties known for their tangy, fresh taste, making them excellent for sauces, tomato pastes, or stews. Beefsteak tomatoes are large, juicy, and ideal for fresh sauces and dips. Their mild flavor complements many dishes without overpowering them, and they are also great additions to sandwiches. Cherry tomatoes are a favorite among tomato enthusiasts. Available in various colors, they are a staple in cooking, adding flavor to any meal. In greenhouses, farmers typically use sterilized soil to eliminate pathogens and pests. The soil is tested to ensure it contains adequate nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and has a pH level between 6.0 and 6.8. For tomato cultivation, farmers prepare raised beds or hydroponic systems which facilitate better plant growth and ease the irrigation and nutrient supply process. Tomatoes can be directly seeded or started in trays before being moved to the greenhouse. Seeds are sown at appropriate intervals in germination trays, then placed under optimal temperature and humidity conditions to sprout. After about 6 to 8 weeks, when the seedlings are robust, they are transferred to the soil beds or racks in the greenhouse. Greenhouses in the U.S. are equipped with automated systems to control temperature, humidity, and light. The ideal temperature for tomato plants is between 70 degrees Fahrenheit and 85 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and not lower than 55 degrees at night. These systems ensure that tomatoes grow in optimal conditions, regardless of the external weather. Tomatoes in greenhouses are usually grown using trellising methods. Wires or trellis supports allow the plants to grow vertically, maximizing space and supporting stem development. Regular pruning is conducted to focus nutrients on fruit production and enhance photosynthesis. Greenhouse farms in the U.S. often use drip irrigation or hydroponics to deliver water and nutrients directly to the plant roots. This controlled delivery system optimizes plant growth and yields high-quality fruits. In the absence of natural wind or insects, pollination in greenhouses is often done manually or with the help of bumblebees, ensuring a smooth fruiting process. When tomato plants bear fruit, people will pick the green tomatoes and put them under a microscope to accurately analyze the nutritional value of the tomatoes. Tomatoes are harvested when they reach the perfect level of red ripeness and firmness, ensuring they are of the highest quality when they hit the market. Thanks to controlled greenhouse environments, harvesting can be flexibly scheduled, allowing for year-round production. In modern U.S. greenhouses, robotic technology has largely replaced manual labor in the tomato harvesting process. These robots are equipped with advanced sensors and artificial intelligence, enabling them to identify ripe tomatoes by analyzing their color and size. Robots use soft mechanical arms to gently pick each tomato, ensuring the fruits are not bruised or damaged. With the ability to operate continuously and accurately, these robots can harvest tomatoes 24/7, optimizing productivity throughout the season. Importantly, the robots can adjust their grip strength to handle different types of tomatoes, avoiding damage to their delicate skins. These robots can move along rows, harvesting thousands of tomatoes in a short period. Intelligent algorithms allow the robots to adjust their grip and picking angle for each type of fruit. Additionally, the robots have learning capabilities that improve over time, making the harvesting process more efficient. Beyond harvesting, these robots can monitor the health of the plants using sensors, promptly detecting signs of disease or nutritional issues. This data is continuously updated and sent to a central system, where farmers can quickly intervene if necessary. Using robots for harvesting not only reduces labor costs but also ensures uniformity in product quality. The robots can identify and discard substandard fruits, only harvesting perfect ripe tomatoes. This maintains consistent quality throughout the harvesting season. Moreover, robots can operate in conditions that may be challenging for humans, such as high temperatures or extended work environments. The integration of robots in greenhouses has enabled American farmers to optimize tomato cultivation and harvesting processes, producing high-quality, environmentally friendly products. However, the initial investment in harvesting robots can be significant, with prices ranging from $200,000 to $500,000 per robot. This high cost might be a consideration for some farms, but the long-term benefits of increased efficiency and reduced labor costs can offset the initial outlay. Robot-assisted harvesting in greenhouses not only achieves high efficiency, but also meets the large consumption demands, contributing to the enhancement of modern agriculture quality. After being harvested, tomatoes are transferred to a sorting line. The workers will check again to remove substandard tomatoes. Any tomatoes that do not meet standards, such as those that are bruised or overripe, are immediately discarded. Tomatoes that pass the quality check are separated according to size to meet market demands. Once sorted, the tomatoes proceed to the washing stage to remove dirt, dust, and other impurities. The washing process typically involves immersion in water tanks combined with high-pressure water jets. After being washed and dried, the tomatoes move to the packaging area. They are commonly packaged in plastic boxes to protect them during transportation. Packaging containers are usually labeled with information about the product, such as the origin, type of tomato, and packing date, and transported to supermarkets for sale to consumers. Fresh tomatoes are immediately transported to the processing plant to ensure they retain their freshness and flavor. Upon arrival, they undergo a quick inspection before entering the production process. Tomatoes are passed through a washing system to remove dirt, dust, and impurities. Only the tomatoes that meet the standards continue on to the next stage of production. They are then passed through a high-pressure water jet, passing through an aeration tank to completely remove the shell. Tomatoes are steamed using heat through a steam oven system. The peeled tomato cores are transported to another line, where workers will do a final sorting and leave only the quality tomatoes. The tomatoes are then fed into a high-powered grinder that turns them into small pieces. There are rollers on the machine to crush the tomatoes even more. The selected tomatoes are crushed into a pulp and transferred to cooking kettles. The cooking process is strictly controlled in terms of temperature. Ingredients such as vinegar, sugar, salt, and signature Heinz spices are added. Thousands of iron boxes are brought to the automatic canning line, ready to contain ketchup. Once the tomato sauce has reached the perfect consistency and flavor, it is moved to the automatic packaging stage. The packaging process ensures that the product is safely preserved. Each batch of product undergoes a strict quality control process. The inspection system checks for taste, consistency, food safety standards, and label accuracy. Only batches that meet all standards are distributed to the market. The final product is distributed from the plant to global markets. Through this rigorous production process ensures that each bottle of tomato sauce delivered to consumers maintains the distinctive flavor and highest quality. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. From the harvesting process of millions of tomatoes with modern robots in greenhouses to the production at a world-renowned tomato plant. Now you understand how fresh tomatoes are harvested and processed into high-quality products. Are you interested in trying tomato-based products after watching this video? Don't hesitate to leave a comment if you have any questions. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. Goodbye. See you in the next video.